"Are you going to eat today, Sparrow?" He said it loud enough for everyone to hear. Again. But this time, instead of brushing it off, I decided to make him deeply uncomfortable. And the look on his face when I told him I was trying to lose 10 more kilos. Absolutely priceless. If you've ever had a boss who thought jokes were just an excuse to embarrass people, hit subscribe right now. Like this video if you believe workplace respect goes both ways. And comment below if you've ever had to shut someone down in the most satisfying way possible. Let's get into it. I'm 36 years old. I work in an office made up entirely of men. No HR hovering around. No gentle corporate sensitivity training vibes. Just a room full of loud personalities and sarcasm. I'm 185 centimeters tall, just over 6 feet, and I weigh about 70 kilos, around 154 pounds, which means I look skinny, not unhealthy, not sick, just lean. Always have been. I've been tested. Blood work. Perfect. My GP confirmed I'm completely healthy. High metabolism. That's it. But apparently to my boss, let's call him High Septon, that makes me fair game. Started small. "Hey Sparrow. Sparrow, you eat anything this week? Careful, the wind might carry you off." Sparrow. In my language that nickname isn't cute. It implies frail. Weak. Almost breakable. The first time he said it, I laughed politely. The office kind of laughed too. You know how it is, when the boss jokes everyone joins in. Even if it's uncomfortable. The second time it felt heavier. By the third week of hearing it, something shifted. It wasn't about me being offended. Have thick skin. I've been skinny my whole life. I've heard it all. But I started watching the others. New guy. Quiet one. The one who avoids eye contact during jokes. Not everyone can shrug things off. And when the boss normalizes comments about someone's body, that gives permission. That's what rubbed me the wrong way. It wasn't cruelty. It was careless authority. And that's dangerous. So I decided that next time he brought up my weight, I wouldn't defend myself. I'd flip the script. Yesterday he walked over to my desk. He always approaches like he owns the air in the room. Slow steps, hands on hips, half smirk. He asked me something work-related, and somehow the conversation drifted toward food. Then he said it. "So, are you gonna eat today, Sparrow?" There it was. Loud enough for the room. A few heads tilted. Few smirks. I felt the usual flicker of heat in my chest. But this time, I didn't smile. I leaned back in my chair casually. "Nah," I said. "I'm actually on a diet. Trying to lose weight." Silence. He blinked. What? "Yeah," I shrugged. "Feeling kinda bloated lately. Thinking of dropping about 10 kilos. Now let me clarify something. My BMI is currently 20.5. Perfectly healthy. If I lost 10 kilos, that would put me at 17.5. Medically underweight. Unhealthy. Dangerous. And he knew it. His face went pale. But you can't do that." I shrugged again, eyes back on my monitor. "Why not? You're not really on a diet, are you?" I didn't answer immediately. Just let the silence breathe. Then I gave the smallest half smile. "Gotta stay disciplined." And I went back to typing. The energy in the room changed instantly. The joke wasn't funny anymore. It wasn't playful. It was concerning. He stood there for a moment too long. His authority suddenly unsure of itself. Then he retreated. And that's the part that felt satisfying. Not humiliation. Not cruelty. Just reversal. Because suddenly, if he continued making weight jokes, it wouldn't be playful teasing. It would look like he was encouraging self-harm. And he knew it. The rest of the day, he avoided eye contact. Didn't say Sparrow once. Didn't mention food. Didn't make a single comment about my body. And today, nothing. Not even a glance. Here's the psychology behind it. When someone makes jokes about your body, they expect one of two reactions. You laugh along. You defend yourself. Both give them power. But when you lean into absurdity, when you calmly suggest you're trying to become dangerously underweight, you force them to confront the implications of their words. He wasn't ready for that. He wasn't prepared to look like the guy pushing a healthy employee toward an eating disorder. So the only safe move left: silence. Here's the psychology behind it. When someone makes jokes about your body, they expect one of two reactions. You laugh along. You defend yourself. Both give them power. But when you lean into absurdity, when you calmly suggest you're trying to become dangerously underweight, you force them to confront the implications of their words. He wasn't ready for that. He wasn't prepared to look like the guy pushing a healthy employee toward an eating disorder. So the only safe move left: silence. What surprised me most wasn't his reaction. It was how the room shifted afterward. The quiet colleague looked relieved. The tension around those jokes disappeared. It's amazing how quickly behavior changes when the dynamic flips. I didn't yell. I didn't report him. I didn't confront him aggressively. I simply made his own joke uncomfortable. And discomfort is powerful, because now, every time he thinks about calling someone Sparrow, he'll remember the moment he realized it could backfire. Workplaces shape culture from the top down. If the boss jokes about bodies, everyone else learns it's acceptable. But when you shift the tone, calmly, cleverly, you remind people that respect isn't optional. Sometimes the strongest move is making the joke die in silence. Workplaces shape culture from the top down. If the boss jokes about bodies, everyone else learns it's acceptable. But when you shift the tone, calmly, cleverly, you remind people that respect isn't optional. Sometimes the strongest move is making the joke die in silence.